And we are back. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on today. Actually, a lot going on this whole month. It's been busy, but it's good. It's a good busy. So here's the thing. You remember when we had that big concrete slab poured for that bin? That 3609 is what they call it, that Westeel bin. Well, here's the thing. We didn't think we were gonna get that bin put up until maybe July or so. Well, the bin building guy, he's like, hey, I'm available. I can put it up tomorrow, start working on it at least. Oh, okay, sounds good. So I'm gonna take this thing, beautiful case steer, run it over to the Quonset because we got a lot of bin sheets and parts and pieces inside the building, and I gotta remove all that stuff, bring it outside, put it next to the location, and then it's ready for him to start assembling the bin. So yeah, take this case steer and run over to the Quonset and get it ready for him. Right here is a grain bin, and there's a little bit on the other side too, so got to take all this out, and these sheets here are very heavy. There's a lot of weight to those things, so pull those out, but I got to get the truck out of here, and then there's a couple items here that I need to go. Those sheets are for different bins, but all that's got to be moved out to over there, so let's move it. And just like that, it's all moved out of the building, and it is piled out here for the wind to take it all. They're talking wind this week, so don't know how that's going to work with them putting a bin and a bunch of wind blowing, but he said he's going to do what he can to work around it, and he's actually here in Montana. He's, let's see how far, maybe 40 minutes away is where he lives. So he knows this area. He understands what the conditions can be like. But he's gonna try Monday, which is tomorrow. And yeah, you got a couple sheets here. I'll have to rearrange these depending on how he wants these, because there's gonna be the bottom sheets, the top sheets, and he has to figure out which one goes where. But I figured last time we did these bins, the other guys wanted the sheets more towards the center, so then that way they can just work around the edge and they're not in the way. So once he figures out what he wants, I can use this little ramp that I designed, fabricated, engineered, made sure it's up to code. A little off, but anyways. And then we'll start stacking these sheets around on where he wants them, and then they can start assembling it. But until then, I'm gonna go do a couple other things. And then tomorrow, we might see another bin starting to erect. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, good deal.
All right, I smell something. Woo! Anyway, what got going here is a badger that the dogs found on our walk this morning. And of course, they're trying to find out what it's all about. So let's take a look. I think the dogs were badgering him. What do you guys think? Hey, how's your morning? Huh? Okay. He's just holding up. They're fun creatures. Friendly, I think only when they're sleeping. All right, they had their fun. All right, we'll continue on our walk, have our fun. So that's what you actually call wildlife.
You're probably wondering, why in the world do I have that up there? You gotta have a stand for a camera. Time lapse. The guys are here, and guess what they're doing? They're starting to put the bin together. At least getting things rounded up, figured out what pieces go where, marking things off, so they can start assembling this beast, and it's gonna go up fast. Although there's a problem. It's gonna be really cold today, that's kind of a problem. Hands don't work very well. And they're talking wind, like a lot of wind. So, you're probably wondering, well, why would you want to put a bin up while it's windy? It's a good question, because you can. No, here's the thing. They're gonna work till probably about noon, maybe 3 o'clock today, and then the wind's gonna pick up. When they get the bin kind of somewhat together, all these jacks that lift the bin, they'll actually anchor them to the concrete so it ain't going nowhere. So they can work on it a ways, and then stop, and then they can walk away. At least that's the theory. Now it depends on how bad a wind we get, and if that tears that part, we got the other issues in the farm. So anyways, me stop talking, you start watching, I think is the right way to put it. Yeah, let's just go with that. Okay, let's go see what they're doing. Now this bin was in the works last spring, before it was a drought last year. We already had it all figured out, but it arrived a little late last year and we actually didn't need it, surprisingly. Can't say that. But we have all the pieces, the pad's been poured, and it is time to get it up. And it's nice to get it done now instead of during harvest. So hopefully, keyword hopefully, we fill all of it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't that just crazy? There's a bin right there. Don't look very big. Just wait. It'll look bigger. It's deceiving to the eye, let's put it that way.
Now we'll give us our circle.
We have a problem, and I'm not going to point fingers. We asked for a bin, and the exact same that we have here. Whoever looked it up didn't look it up correctly, and they said, is this the bin you want? We looked at the sheet, we said, yep, that should be the one. And we made the mistake of not seeing something on that sheet that makes a very big difference. Here's the thing. These are stiffened bins. The bin that showed up is an unstiffened bin. Not the end of the world, but we really, really want the stiffened bin because we have really high winds, and these are going to make sure that the wind does not crease the sheets, does not hurt the bin, and I think we really need to have the stiffened bins. Now, the bin that we have now, that they just arrived, or that's here that they're putting together, is unstiffened. It's possible in the future you might have issues of it creasing, maybe not ever have a problem, but we don't want to chance it. After making a bunch of phone calls, we finally figured out what we're going to do, and it's awesome that AGI was able to work with us. They were able to basically track down sheets, and they're going to get them shipped here probably end of this week to next week. And so we'll have the stiffeners and sheets to fix this bin. Now they're going to go ahead and keep putting this top together and the top ring. When we get the other bin parts, we're going to just have to drill holes in these rings are here to match those stiffeners, and everything will be fine. So all worked out. It's just kind of a major inconvenience, so the guys will just have to build this part, put it on hold, go do something else for a while, and then when the sheets come here, then they can start building on it. So anyways, that's what's happening. Well, the bin guys are back, so they're going to start putting this roof together. But here's the thing. We got all those old sheets inside the bin. When you put the roof on, you got to pull them all out one by one. So what we're going to do is use the big bud crane, lift all those sheets out, and then they can put the roof on. When the new sheets get here, when they jack it up, they'll just have to slide them in and put them on that way. So anyways, let's take those old sheets out.
As you can see, there's no air drill attached to this big bud. It's over there. That oil leak in the front crank shaft seal is going out, and there's another cover that's leaking oil really bad, and we are sick and tired of it. And we got some time because weather's gonna turn cold in a couple days. We got all the peas in the ground, and we're gonna probably start our spring wheat next week. Maybe a couple acres later this week if we get on it. But with all that said, we're gonna get this in the building to do all that work, change those seals out, clean it up. Dad's washing down, so it's, well, he can work around it, but not an oily mess. And then I'm gonna go through, and I'm gonna pull all the plugs on all the planetaries and drop all the oil. And then on the center sections too, the differentials, drop all the oil in them too. Put all the oil in this thing, because it hasn't been changed in long enough. Let's do. All right. Let's see what the differential oil looks like. I would need two hands for this one. I grabbed two 5-gallon buckets, but oh boy, there we go. I'm amazed. Those are big rear ends. They take 12, 15 gallons of oil. That's amazing. My hand is so oily. You guys try doing this with a camera in your hand. It's not easy. There we go. It's not bad looking, but it's time to put new oil in it. Well, all right, I'm 99% done. I made a mess. There's oil spilt all over this floor. There's lines everywhere. I tried. I had a hose with a thread that you would attach into the planetaries and let it run out in a bucket. But no matter what you do, just oil gets everywhere. It's all over the bucket, it's all over the ground, and I already put 30 gallons in this thing, between 15 in the back and 15 in the front axle, and I'm still low in the back because I didn't quite get enough in there. So I gotta get more in it. So we'll get some more oil tomorrow and finish this up. And then the oil leak, the leg arm's gonna tackle here. When it gets the seals in, we'll hopefully fix a massive oil mess that just appears right here from the front main seal. We've changed it in the past. It's probably needs a new speedy sleeve. We'll get it done. So anyways, it's kind of weird. It was like push hard seating, all of a sudden, hey, we're back in the shop, kind of just doing stuff.